Frogger, I barely know her. Ha! I kill me. Wait, what's that? Oh, we got a little. There's another line. Where's the? Oh, right. Please laugh. That's it? That's what you wanted a line read for? That's the big payoff? God damn it. Can we just start the... Yeah, thanks. Okay. Anyways, let's begin. From Parker Brothers, it's Frogger. Released in 1982 for Atari 2600 video computer system based on the Konami arcade classic of the same name. Frogger, much like many other arcade classics, made its way over to a billion platforms back in the day, and we'll be looking at two of them this week, starting with its 2600 version, which is actually the first of two Frogger conversions to grace the system. Aside from this initial release from Parker Brothers, there's also another version dubbed the official Frogger, whatever that's supposed to mean, that requires something called a Star Path Supercharger gimmick. I don't have that. I have this, and as far as I'm concerned, this is as official as any of them, so stop being stupid with these labels. Anyway, so for those who have never played Frogger before, your main goal is to guide your frogs to their home. I say frogs because there's 5 open slots on top, and thus you must guide 5 frogs across the road and along the flowing river to these spots. Once all 5 frogs have made it across safely, it's on to the next wave where you get to do it a whole bit all over again, except a tad more difficult. Obstructing your path are automobiles, truckomobiles, snakeomobiles, alligatormobiles, and diving turtlemobiles. But wait, it doesn't. Anyway, never mind. Contact with a hazard, falling into the water, or failing to make it home before time runs out will cost you a frog, and if you lose all your frogs, the game ends. So it's a fairly straightforward game with a fairly simple premise, but Frogger is anything but simple. Navigating the streets and rivers proves somewhat troublesome thanks to some suspect collision detection, and as you progress farther into the game, cars will move faster, new hazards will appear to make life miserable for our little froggies, and there's always the hidden gator on top to throw you off every so often. The game controls fine for the most part, fairly responsive. You move the stick in a direction, your frog hops 1 space. Unless you're playing game mode 5 or 6, in which case holding the stick in a direction means Frogger moves in that direction until you let go of the stick, which is not fine for navigating traffic full of drivers who will have no second thoughts on running you over. Other than that, yeah, have fun with that. Visually, Frogger looks the part. You've got the general layout, traffic on the bottom, stream on top. Sprites are simple looking, but resemble the various bits and bobs they're supposed to. Obviously, there's some sprite flicker here and there, and the frog doesn't so much as move as it hops from space to space like a light-up display on an LCD thing or something, while everything else moves about normally. But other than that, it looks fine. And in terms of audio, you have a nice rendition of the opening Frogger jingle, followed by the usual array of generic Atari stock beeps and bleeps and stuff. Not much else to say there. Overall, Frogger on Atari 2600 from Parker Brothers is a perfectly adequate conversion of the arcade classic with enough of the gameplay retained that it's not a completely drastic departure from the source material. While it's not the best version of the game out there, and really not even the best version on 2600 if the Star Path thing is anything to go by, it's still a more than capable port on Atari's humble hardware that nails the basics down, and that's really all you could ask for out of this. All in all, this one's fine.